which brings us to integrity. So we want to always be checking the database integrity. As frequently as we can. We tend to do weekly. If I go back a slide, the frequency really is determined by your backup, what you retain for backups. I'm trying to say your backup retention. So if you retain backups for a full week, all your backups, including your log backups, between good check DBs, then a weekly cadence is fine. If you don't have the space for that, I would fight hard to get the space for that, and say, why don't you have the space for your backups? It's really important. But you want to make sure you're doing these check DBs. We do them weekly for our clients, probably 95% of the time. So DBCC check DB is a process that will actually look at every single page of data, every 8 kilobyte page of data in your SQL Server database, and it will ask it, are you corrupt? Are all of your bits where they're supposed to be? And if they aren't, you get an error message in your check DB, and you're into restore land if you are doing a corruption-resistant backup strategy. And there's 3 ways you're going to find corruption. One of them is doing a check DB, and that's how we prefer it. Well, ideally, we'd never find it, but we prefer to find it doing a check DB. You might catch it on a backup if you're doing backup with checksum, which we recommend in the links that you'll see on the posts on our blog. You'll see information about doing backups, and we do recommend backup with checksum. You might find a corruption in the backup process when the checksum fails, not always though. And then the time when we see corruption, most often when people call us up and say, hey, can you guys consult for us? It's not typically with number 1, because a lot of clients aren't doing check DB. It's not because number 2, because a lot of clients aren't using checksum. It's often number 3, where a user is running something and they get this error message, and it's not a good time. So do check DBs. That's the thing we want you to do. Again, we're happy to tell you about it on a health check that we do, but I would rather you find the corruption first, and you do the check DBs, so we can actually help you with the more advanced and fun things to do.